Jay Haynes with the Film Sensei YouTube channel. Today in this video I'll be teaching an absolute beginner's lessons on the basics of how to use DaVinci Resolve. Before we get started, please do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Once you've downloaded and installed DaVinci Resolve, this window will pop up. Create a new project, give it a name, and then click Create. The main workspace will now appear, and at the bottom you'll notice these Workspace tabs. They include Media for importing your assets, Cut for doing basic edits, Edit for doing more advanced editing work, Fusion for visual effects, Color for color grading, Fairlight for more advanced audio editing, and Deliver for exporting your final video. For this tutorial, I'm going to head straight to the Edit workspace. Before doing anything, start by clicking on this settings icon. Here you can set all of your project settings, including resolution, frame rate, and video format. For this video, I'm going to set my project settings to an HD resolution at 30 frames per second, but you can set up your project to whatever you prefer. When you've done all this, click Save. Media assets can include video, audio, or images. To import media assets, simply drag and drop them directly into the media pool window located on the upper left. If the media pool is not there, click on the media pool icon here to open that window. If you get this notification after you drag a video clip in, that's because the video clip you're importing has a different frame rate than your project. You can decide if you want to change the project's frame rate or not. Remember that you can always change the project settings by clicking on the settings icon. In addition, you can always add more assets to the media pool at any time while you're editing. Also, one really cool thing to note is that you can drag and drop an asset directly into the editor timeline, essentially bypassing the media pool altogether. Dude! You can very quickly adjust the workspace windows by simply clicking and dragging on the edge of a window. To work with a specific video clip, simply double-click on it to display it in the viewer window. On the bottom, you can see the editor timeline for your project. You can zoom in and out using this slider. Here, you can select either a single or double window preview. Selecting double allows you to see both the highlighted media clip from the media pool as well as the video from the editor timeline window. Toggling to a single window preview will allow you to only see one at a time. The benefit there is that this window is a lot bigger, and so that's what I usually go with. Moving these windows around a bit, this is my preferred workspace. If everything gets messed up, you can always reset your workspace to the original default. To do that, select Workspace, Reset UI Layout. UI stands for User Interface. To place a clip onto the editor timeline, simply drag and drop it to anywhere you like. Notice that the video track is blue and the audio track is green. It is very easy to adjust the height of these tracks by clicking and dragging. They are linked to each other by default, but you can unlink and relink them by simply clicking on this icon here. Your basic editing tools can be found here. The selection tool is active by default, and the keyboard shortcut for that is A. You'll use this tool to grab and move clips around as well as trim the ends. Notice that when I trim an end, it shows how much space the clip itself has to work with. Also, know that you can move a clip to another video layer track. The clip on the highest track will be seen in the preview window. The blade tool is here, and the keyboard shortcut for that is B. You can use this tool to slice a clip into two or more clips. Switching back to the selection tool, if I hover over the connecting joint of two clips, I can adjust the length of both of them at the same time. To delete a clip, simply select it and hit the delete key. If you want to delete only the audio or only the video of a clip, first unlink the tracks, then select what you want to delete, and then finally hit the delete key. Remember that you can undo anything by using the shortcut Ctrl-Z. Please note that working with audio clips is the same as working with video clips, except that there's no video track. Just like with a video clip, you can double-click to preview, and you can drag and drop it right into the editor timeline. Working with images is the same. To adjust the audio level of an audio clip to make it louder or quieter, start by shifting the height of that track to have more room to work. Then simply click and drag on this white line. See how the audio waveform adjusts as I move it? Pretty cool, huh? To add text or titles, click on the Effects tab here, then select Titles. Here you'll be presented with a bunch of choices. To preview what one might look like in the preview window, simply hover your mouse over the title. If there's motion involved, move your mouse left and right to see that as well. Once you've decided on a text effect, simply drag and drop it to a layer track above your video. To customize it, double-click on it and then go from there. To add transitions to your videos, click on the Effects tab and select Video Transitions. Here you'll be presented with a bunch of transitions to choose from. Again, to preview a transition, simply hover your mouse over it and move left and right. To add a transition to a video, image, or text, simply select that transition and drag it to either the beginning or the end of the clip. Double-click on the transition to make further adjustments. If you'd like the transition to occur between two adjacent clips, simply drag it between the two. You can search for a transition by clicking on the search icon here. Note that you can also add transitions to audio clips as well by selecting Audio Transitions here. Another thing I'd like to point out is that you can create a fade transition by moving your mouse cursor to this white dot at the corner of the clip. Then simply click and drag to create that. This works both on video and audio clips. DaVinci Resolve also has a bunch of other features that go beyond the scope of a beginner's tutorial. They include things like color correction, sound leveling, and other more advanced effects. I'm not going to cover those things in this video, but I will cover them in later tutorials, so stay tuned. Keyboard shortcuts are vital to editing. To see all the shortcuts, click on DaVinci Resolve in the upper left-hand corner and select Keyboard Customization. Also, most of the time you can see a shortcut by hovering your mouse over something for a moment. I'll be doing a video soon about the most important shortcuts you need to know when using DaVinci Resolve. Finally, let's talk about how to export a video from the editor timeline. Start by selecting the Delivery tab. It looks like a little rocket ship down here. The first thing you'll want to do is set your in and out points. To do that, start by moving the playhead to where you want the video to begin and hit the letter I on your keyboard. I stands for in point. Then move the playhead to where you want the video to end and hit the O key. O stands for out point. In the upper left-hand corner, you can set up your final render settings. Make sure you double-check these to ensure the video will be exactly what you want it to be. Then when you're ready, give your file a name, set on your computer where it will be located, and then select Add to Render Queue. The render queue is over here on the right-hand side, and you can add as many different videos as you want to that render queue. Then when you're ready, click Render All. That's it! I'm Jay Haynes with the Film Sensei YouTube channel, and this has been an absolute beginner's lesson on the basics of how to use DaVinci Resolve. Like I said before, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and like it, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future DaVinci Resolve tutorials. Thanks for watching.